Well, I was reminded the other day about a story I heard. Apparently it's true, but I've got no way of being absolutely certain. Nevertheless, it's the meaning behind the story that made an impact with me. It concerns a group of ladies from a local church who were spending the afternoon together, having a cup of tea, and trying to make sense of one of the more obscure parts of the Old Testament. Not easy, granted. But it began with a promise from God to his people that after a long period of waiting, his promise would come true and he would return to his temple, a time of great joy and celebration. And yet the very next verse poses a very serious question. It says, but how can anyone stand in that day? Because when the Lord returns, he will be like a refiner's fire. And that left them somewhat puzzled, and one lady in particular a little bit troubled. And so during the week she made it her business to try and locate a silver refiner. She made an appointment, and not telling him the full reason, just said she was interested in the process. Well, as she watched the silversmith, he held up a piece of silver over the fire and let it heat up. He explained that in the refining process he needed to hold the silver where the flames were at their hottest to burn away all the impurities. And the woman thought then about God holding us in such a hot spot, and then she thought about that verse again, that he was like a refiner's fire. She asked the silversmith if it was true that he had to sit there the whole time while the silver was being refined. The man answered yes, that he not only had to be there the whole time holding the silver, but he had to keep his eyes on the sample the entire time it was in the fire. If the silver was left in a moment too long, the flames would destroy it. But if it wasn't left in long enough, then it would not be pure. The woman was silent for a moment, and then she asked the silversmith, so how do you know when the silver is fully refined and fully pure? He smiled at her and answered, oh, that's easy. He said, the silver is fully refined and fully pure when I can see my image in it. That made the woman think. It made me think too. And I wonder about you. Do you reflect the image of God? When he looks at you, does he see his image in you? Don't know what you reckon, but it's worth a thought. But for now, do take care, stay safe, and thank you for listening.